In this video, I'm going to share with you a method that I picked up from our Telegram channel, tried out myself, and managed to earn over $7,000 from just one video. To achieve the same result, you need to watch this video carefully, follow all the instructions, repeat all the settings, and basically, it will only take you about 1 day of practice and you'll be able to get the exact same results. So if you want a ready-made result, if you want a proven strategy, then get comfortable and let's get started. I'll show you our working method. First, let's choose a currency pair with a good payout. For example, it could be the Euro to Australian dollar pair. Let's go straight to the booster bot, select this currency pair, the Euro to Australian dollar, set the trade time to 1 minute, and now we wait for a signal from the bot. I get a buy signal and open a buy trade right from here, since all the factors line up for us. In other words, we see that the RSI, or rather, the RSI value is within the working range. Let's even delete everything so we have a cleaner value. So, our signal is for a buy. We open our buy trade. But before that, as I mentioned, we look at the RSI value. So, if it's within the working range from 70 to 30, we open the trade. If we see that the value is above 70 or below 30, we don't open our trades. So, you could say this is a very safe way to trade automatically without any analysis. Let's watch this trade. We've got a pretty good movement. Let's see by how many points. A whole 35 points. So, as you can see, without any effort, I just wait for this trade and make $1,200 in profit. All from just one simple trade, all because the RSI confirmed my move. Let's see how to add this indicator and, accordingly, how to use it further. To add this indicator, we go to Indicators, and here, in the third column from the bottom, you'll find RSI. We add it, and then we can start using it right away. I also recommend clicking here. There's a tab called Expand. Click on it, and now you can see all the values. Accordingly, as I mentioned earlier, if the indicator is above, like it is now, we skip this trade. If the indicator is within the working range, we can trade here. I'm choosing the British pound/Japanese yen currency pair. There's a good movement here, so I immediately check the RSI. It's within the working range for us. That's why I'd like to get a signal on this currency pair. And, accordingly, if we still have time to open our trade, here there's a buy signal, so we managed to open our trade. So, if the RSI values, for example, were somewhere lower, I wouldn't open this trade anymore. And one more very important point, which I'll show next, we actually have safe trades, even when the RSI indicator is outside our working range. And next, we'll look at exactly that kind of example. But for now, let's watch this trade. It should be quite safe. So let's keep an eye on this trade. As you can see, it's almost plus 30 points and over $1,000 in profit. Let's look at another trade option. Here we have, for example, the Australian Canadian dollar currency pair. We can see that the price, or more precisely, the RSI values, went beyond our normal range. So, right here we had a breakout, and then the price started to go down. So, as long as the price stays within the working range, we can request a signal for the Australian Canadian dollar currency pair. If the price stays down here, we can actually open a safe buy trade. Let's keep an eye on this trade. And next, I will share a very effective working method that will genuinely help you to open profitable trades even when the relative strength index is significantly above or indeed below our established working values. Let's carefully watch this particular trade unfold. By the way, take note, you can see the RSI logic at work here. How does this indicator work, and what does it show us? At this moment, the price started approaching the overbought zone. That's exactly what happened right here. So, the price touches the overbought zone here, and then the price quickly moves down. Next, we see a touch of the oversold zone. This happens right here, and the price gets a very strong impulse. That's exactly how the RSI indicator works. It shows us overbought and oversold conditions, and accordingly, we use it as a filter when working with the bot. In other words, sometimes the robot can't visually determine what will happen next. And, accordingly, if it sees that, for example, the price is here at the moment, right, and the RSI value is somewhere around 30, and it gives a signal right now, for example, to sell, that could be correct. But if you see that you didn't manage to open the chart and enter the trade in time, and, accordingly, the value is already below, then we actually skip this value, because both above and below we can have very strong impulses that, instead of helping us, will only get in the way. So, what now? Let's take a look at a practical method for working above 70 and above 30, based on the logic I just explained. Look, now comes the most interesting part. If, for example, you see that the RSI is moving out of the working range from above, then you can ask the booster bot where the price is going to go. I'll tell you right away, with a high degree of probability, that if the value is already here, the booster bot will give you a sell signal. If it sees that the value is in the oversold zone, it will give you a buy signal. So, if the value is below 30, it's safe for us to open buy trades. And if the RSI value is above 70, it's safe for us to open sell trades. Accordingly, we can disregard this rule, and from here we'll only work in one case. That is, in the middle, from 70 to 30, we can open both buy and sell trades. It will be safe, very safe. But if the RSI value is above, only sell signals. If the RSI value is below 30, only buy signals. Please remember this. By the way, I want to remind you that in our Telegram channel you'll find even more strategies, both related to our trading robot and to regular chart trading. So if you want more strategies, more knowledge, then go ahead and follow the link in the description right now and join our community. We try to share unique content every week that helps beginners understand trading and, of course, make money. Let's go. Let's close the final trade with this indicator and see the results. I'll pick the same currency pair, the British pound to Canadian dollar. I select it in the booster bot and set the trade time to 1 minute, and let's see what the booster bot tells us now. The booster bot tells us to sell. So, we can conclude that, indeed, trades from the upper area are safer for selling. And that's exactly the case right now. The price is almost at this zone, so it's really safe to sell from here. Let's watch this trade. And as you can see, this trade brings me almost 50 points. A very good move, safe, and $1,300 in profit. So, to do the same, you need to add the RSI indicator with the default settings, and of course, activate the booster bot using the link in the description. Let me remind you that you'll find even more strategies in our Telegram channel, so go there right now and grab ready-made strategies, ready-made indicators, and, of course, technical analysis breakdowns. All the links will be in the description. That's it from me for now. See you in the next videos.